When you get on the plane, do you think what a great win this was, or do you think about the 15 missed free throws?
I thought about what a great win that was. I'm trying to stay mentally fresh. But no, I really did. We knew it was a really good bounce back win for us. We know we didn't take care of our home court, and we had to go to a very hostile home court. And I thought our guys responded almost every way you'd want. Just everything on top of the little things that we didn't do in the second half against Texas Tech. But man, we played outstanding defense, just toughness together. I thought it was the best leadership Milos and Javion together, collectively had together. And it was just a really good, much needed win in this Big 12 on the road.
We just talked to Jalen about that focus to stay locked in defensively. You talk about how hungry they were. How do you keep them that hungry coming off a win as opposed to using that, the two losses?
Well, we had I think I told you this, a very truthful film session, and showed so many, some things down the second half that we had a breakdown here, a breakdown there, and we're going to show them the same things, but the opposite. This film session, there's a reason why you're successful in life. There's a reason why you're not. And there's certain things that we showed them. Like there was definite reasons why we were so locked in. We were playing off the ball, great defense. We were in a stance, vision, talking. You can see us pointing. And that's the thing. I've said this quote, a loss doesn't have to define you, but it could change you. It could change you. Learn those lessons. And I thought how they bounce back and how you keep them hungry, man. Why would you do it any other way? I think they felt different. That was the best. Los came into the locker room after the game, and I'm always saying, there's always a thing about this generation, like, man, I want to have fun, playing fun. When people are on them and all this and working hard, I'm not having fun playing basketball. The fun is in that locker room. When Los came in that locker room afterwards, you're like, that was fun. Like and he looked at everybody like how we defended together. That was fun. And that's what you build on to keep them hungry.
A lot of people just look at the 21 points, but what did you like from Javion on Tuesday?
His swag. He had it back. Just how he pounded the ball. You could just see how the confident he pounded the ball. There was nothing hesitant. His defense was way better. Stance, vision, toughness, engaged off the ball. It was an all-around great game for him based on just his voice. Like his voice, like I said, him and Lowe's together, it was the best combined leadership they've had together. And when you're struggling in a game, one of the worst things to do is be quiet and, curl up, and you want to just keep talking to yourself and stay positive and you'll forget, you won't dwell on the mistakes when you're talking and in the moment. And that's what I thought he did great.
For someone like Jalen, it seems like he's really had some impact games recently after Tuesday, 23 points. Maybe just how much, as the season has gone on, how much has he grown? How much have you seen him get more comfortable?
Just watching him do a couple things, he's growing defensively where he needs to be. He's not forcing as much, and he got himself going. He got like 2 offensive rebounds, in the first half. And then all of a sudden he got a transition layup in the first and second half. Then you just feel good, and then he took his spot up 3. He got some intangible baskets, offensive rebounds, transition, so he did that, and it just wasn't forced. And, but I thought he was really played great defense. The other thing is we kind of challenged him. I think he had 1 rebound the game before, and what did he have, 9? Mm-hmm. I think he had 9 rebounds. So that got us going, that we needed those rebounds against that kind of team.
We joked about the start, but the free throws these last 2 games, how do you try to fix that?
Just for everybody, just save yourself 3 minutes of your life and don't DM me that you walked out in your backyard and made 9 out of 10 free throws. Just save your 3 minutes. Don't DM me, because in your backyard, I don't think you got 13,000 people. There's always other factors in it. So it's like missing a 3-foot putt at the Masters. It just we got good free throw shooters. It hasn't been a problem. Yes, we miss free throws. We work on them all the time. So save yourself another 30 seconds. Don't DM me saying, Coach, do you ever work on free throws? So the answer is yes. But, for our guys, just, they can shoot them. Just get up, reps, and get them. It's sometimes the more you make a big deal of it, the more something becomes an issue. So for us, just keep doing what we're doing. Keep getting to that foul line. I want them to get to that foul line 30 times. I want to keep going back to that thing. And this is the confidence pouring into them.
You got another road game on Saturday. What do you see out of UCF that's been a little bit up and down in conference play?
They're elite defensively. They're long as long can be. I mean, they really protect the rim. Watching them, beat Kansas, beat Texas. I thought they gave it Baylor everything yesterday. It was a tough loss for them, but I really, like their guard, Darius Johnson. I mean, what a game. Avery's playing terrific. They have really good length. They just guard you. And then the way they shot the ball last night, they made 14 threes against Baylor. So they absolutely are one of the best defensive teams I've seen on film because of their length. And they play really hard, and then they make you get to the basket, and then they just one of the top shot blocking teams in the country.
I think they said on the broadcast, biggest road win in 9 years for you guys in terms of point differential. Is there anything you guys are doing on the road that you're seeing from the guys that's different than home? It's just coincidence. You've lost a couple home games in a row.
I think the guys, we've talked about our focus, and it's just us on the road. So I feel like, and even Kansas, losing at Kansas, I thought we did some really good things, and we just had that run in the second half. But we've handled the runs the last 2 games. That's probably been the biggest thing. Because I thought Kansas State, their crowd, it was 7. This is a great clip to show lessons in future teams. They battled back, and it was 7 with like 7 minutes or 8 minutes left, and the crowd was deafening. It's the lowest they got, 7, and Sam got an offensive rebound put back to get it by 9. Just quieted the crowd. That's an effort play. And those are winning plays. And I don't think it got below 9 the rest of the game. And that's what we've been able to do, is keep answering the bell, making plays. And we did the same thing at Cincinnati. We bounced back. I mean, every time the crowd tried to get going, we answered it. And so that's been a really good thing for us.
Rivaldo might not always be like your leading scorer, but he goes out and he gets boards and he hustles and he does his job. How important is it to have kind of like a 6th man in a sense that does that? Rivaldo's
playing at a really high level, and it's his mindset. I think, and I told him, I'm not mad at you for you wanted to start. I get it. I mean, and he's at peace with it, and he knows that I consider him second shift, not a substitution. He's the second shift guy, and he's really versatile. Like, I trust him passing the ball. He made some really nice passes. He had a great 2 high lows to Sam, or one to Jalen, one to Sam. He rebounds. He defends with passion, and I think he's been really, really good for us coming in that second shift, and it's because I think his versatility. He's knocking down shots. He can take it to the rim. He did both those in that game. Got a basket, taken to the rim, knocked down a shot, assists, rebounds. He's just versatile, and he's long and athletic. So I think he's a real key, and he's going to be a real key down the stretch.
Very off topic here. The anthracite uniforms have been used a lot this year. Is there any?
So now you're going to bring that up. No story. Just it's a great uniform by the Sooners.
Undefeated, and are we going to stick with them this weekend?
See what you started? Yeah, the guys like him. So we'll see. I really don't get that deep into the weeds. I'm focusing in on what UCA's doing defensively and offensively. I let some of my other assistants take care of the uniforms, but I know the guys like the anthracites.